I cheated and looked up where Metric lives. He's right here. Yep, I got it. Permacrete detonator right here. Time to help him fake his death.
Oh, he's just doing it right now, huh? Casually walk away in a zigzag pattern.
Wow. Just casually stand in the doorway as the room is exploding and collapsing in on itself. Hmm. What is going on with my character? I think he was more affected by that explosion than he realized.
Yeah, he's trembling in fear.
Awesome.
Light
So I,
side points gained for blowing up an apartment.
for blowing up an apartment, in a scheme to help this guy fake his death, which was an act of dishonesty if you think about it. This whole light side, dark side thing sometimes feels a little more political than it does moral, you know? Actually, I've heard more than a few people, like, I don't know what that was. My character just ran in a circle for no reason at all. I've heard more than a few people talk about how the Jedi are the baddies for various reasons. I don't remember what those reasons were. Oops.
Well, you can disagree with some of the things the Jedi believes, but the minute you compare them to the Sith, it's very obvious that they're the good guys, right?
That
Like,
was my thought. Like, sure, the as a political entity, I'm sure, the Jedi having this whole little ruling council and being this pseudo government situation, yeah, and maybe even parts of the light side philosophy that I'm not really educated enough to talk much about, but I'm pretty sure they're better than just the mustache twirling, indiscriminately evil, you know, other option.
yeah, the ones that are literally all about hate and pain and fear. Yes, the Jedi are not the bad guys.
So we got to level up on these two. I mean, she's fairly well rounded, it seems like. She's got a
Yeah.
four-way tie for her top skills. So what do they recommend? Keeping it a four-way tie. I mean, I don't see why not. I haven't had any problems with, demolitions check. I've barely remembered to use stealth, and I haven't spotted a single thing hidden by stealth, so I don't know if that means my awareness isn't high enough yet, or if it just hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But this is probably fine for now. And then, ooh, and she got improved scoundrel's luck, which is +4 to defense. Oh, I think I got that one earlier. Now she has it. Cool. And then this guy. I remember thinking that his treat injury wasn't good enough, so
Hmm.
maybe I'll give him some of that, and I don't know, make him good at repairs. I don't think I don't think that's something either of us is focused on. So, I mean, me or mission, why not? I mean, like you said, there's Jedi coming, and they're probably gonna make more effective party members anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I just
um,
I happen to think they're more interesting, but
well,
plenty of
yeah,
people
but
are like, I want to see the smuggler stuff and the bounty hunter stuff, and I hate the Jedi Sith stuff, and
oh,
I don't understand those people, but they exist.
um, okay. So we are going back to that base. I still really wish that uh, there was a. Actually, can I? No, I can't. Like, there's no tracking or anything. Um, but that's the way to the Undercity. Am I remembering wrong? Like the way to into the Vulcar base was through the Undercity, right?
I don't remember.
Well, I think it was.
I think so. Yeah.
I would just really like for there to be a proper fast travel system. I mean, if they're gonna go far enough to put in a teleport back to your apartment, to your hideout, and then a teleport back from there,
Yeah.
just do the whole thing.
I must be thinking of Mass Effect because I thought there was a fast travel, but
I mean, I think didn't Diablo 4 have the same thing where it was like a or Diablo 3 maybe, or yeah, you had a teleport to base and then you could take the portal back to where you teleported from. But that was I don't think it went much beyond that. I'm going to just retrace my steps and hope that this is correct. We got into the Vulcar base, and then I overloaded a console that killed my whole party, and I thought
yeah.
it was a good time to go get a heal in the upper city. So I just got to remember how I got to that base.
When you were running around just now, before you entered this little area, I thought I heard blaster fire in the distance, but maybe that's just part of the ambient sounds down there. I don't know if that's like a
Hmm.
scripted event or.
I mean, we already kind of went everywhere in that area, so I think wouldn't we have already triggered all the scripted events?
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd seen everything there was to see down there or not.
Oh yeah, there it is. It was right on the other side of the Rancor, which I thought that went pretty well. Just have it walk through half a
Yeah,
dozen mines.
yep, for sure.
So did you read a lot of the Star Wars? I mean, I read the Young Jedi Knights books, but I
Oh
know
yeah,
there's a whole big, you know, extended universe of Star Wars books that are I forget how it's classified. It's like soft canon or it's like an alternative canon. Like the movies don't follow it, but
yeah.
it's a really well fleshed out, um, you know, other universe, I guess. How?
They,
What?
yeah, the stuff.
Where did she go?
What is that chewed corpse? Can you loot anything from that? They really need to put when something is empty or not. Yeah. Okay. And then there's like a backpack sitting there too, but maybe you already looted it in the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, the books now that came before Disney bought Star Wars are all just classified as legends.
Oh, is
But
that
yeah,
the?
hmm,
Is that like? That's the term that they came up with for.
for like none of it's
It's
real
like.
anymore. Yeah,
It's like
it's
we're going
not
to
canon
ignore all
anymore.
that.
I mean, they are still bringing some things from it back into the new canon, but they're picking and choosing. But yeah, the old books, I loved that stuff. I still have them all somewhere here, like in all my boxes of stuff. Yeah, I read all of them pretty much. I have like dozens of them.
I mean, were there? So aside from the Young Jedi Knights series, because that was like a
Oh yeah,
whole specific series of specific characters.
yeah.
Were there other series, or was it all? Was it mostly like individual stories outside of that?
Um, there were several trilogies. There were a lot of individual books. Towards the end, there were some really long series that covered like events that happened. Like there was a big invasion of from this alien species that was kind of came from outside of the galaxy,
Hmm.
and that went on for like 12 or 15 books, I think, towards the end.
Do you think I can overload this console again?
And blow yourself up? Yeah, sure.
I just noticed like it's back. I can slice it again. So I guess it got better.
It got better. Yeah.
Yeah, I read some Star Trek books, but oh,
Yeah, I did too, actually.
hmm. I only fight to the death. Looks a lot like magic.
I
Back
was a
when.
gang member back when it meant something.
Hmm. So everyone's talking about Brejik like he's the guy that turned gangs into something, bad, and it was all good and honorable before that.
Yeah.
Man, tough break. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty difficult to just leave, but yeah. Wonder if I'm going to end up meeting Brejik sometime soon. Hmm. Brutality, violence. Yep, yep, yep. Well, okay, so I just shot this guy square in the chest. He runs up and says, I'm not like these other gang members, which is just what someone would say if they were just like the other gang members.
Yeah.
But I'll risk it. Yeah, yeah, thanks. Hmm. That was an interesting encounter. Why that guy in particular? They didn't give him a name.
Yeah, you'd think they would have.
Hmm. Sonic and concussion grenades.
So the only Star Wars books you read were the Young Jedi Knight ones?
I think so. I read some Star Trek books, but unfortunately, uh, I think, I mean, this is just my opinion, but they were generally
Bad.
god awful.
Yeah, I read some too. There was really nothing memorable from the ones that I read.
Well, that was weird. Yeah, I just, the last one I tried to read, I remember thinking, like, did this even, did they accidentally publish a first draft? Like, did this make it past an editor?
Yeah.
So it's too bad, but because I really
Yeah, the
don't
Star
think
Wars.
that
Go ahead.
I don't think that we should necessarily have to accept that, you know, Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever kind of books, that they have to be cheesy, bad writing,
Right.
but they are pretty often. at least, at least the ones I tried to read. Oh damn!
Yeah, I'm sure some of the Star Wars books wouldn't hold up if I
Oops.
read them now, but not too many years ago, I reread the whole Rogue Squadron series, which was one of my favorites growing up, and I actually still liked it.
Oh right. I do remember. Weren't there some games based on Rogue Squadron?
There was
Um,
yeah, there were Rogue Squadron games, but yeah, the books were great. It was like, uh, Wedge Antilles. He's
yeah,
kind
I
of
was
a
just gonna say, like,
tertiary
wasn't
tertiary character from the movies.
yeah, wasn't he like a leader of Rogue Squadron?
Well, yeah, the first book starts off uh, like after the events of Return of the Jedi, so the Empire is just fractured remnants now, and he goes to the new government of the New Republic and asks permission basically to reform Rogue Squadron. And then
Okay,
so it's like him finding new pilots for it and training them, and so but
right.
yeah, all the books, there's like 12 or 15 books maybe, and it's just following this fighter squadron. It's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
going on here?
We're just emptying clip after clip into each other. Ridiculous. This lieutenant needs to die. Holy shit. Stop it. I'm gonna throw a grenade at you. Okay, getting there. I'm gonna throw another one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's some sort of penalty going on here that's causing you to miss him more than usual or what.
That was a
That
little
was weird.
ridiculous.
Yes?
I mean, he was a lieutenant. Maybe he just had more health or shields or something.
Well, there was another lieutenant when I first came in, and he went down without that much trouble.
True.
Now I'm almost out of medkits again. I just stocked up on those. At least I found a few. And a pass
Yeah.
card? Wonder what that pass card is for. Heal.
Yeah?
So if you read the Young Jedi Knight books,
Yes?
the main characters from there, Han and Leia's kids, they end up,
Right.
once they're older, once they're adults, they end up in like the main Star Wars books as well, the adult novels.
Oh, really?
And Jason actually becomes a Sith Lord. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah, I never I don't remember like how far I read into that series, but I definitely never read any of the ones where they were in like the main adult
Yeah.
books, I guess. Um, but someone did tell me like Jason just has the worst ending.
Yeah, I hated that because he was like my favorite character up until
Mm.
then. In between, like after the Young Jedi Knight books, once he becomes an adult, he kind of goes on this wandering pilgrimage across the galaxy and finds other groups of like cultures that know about the Force but aren't the Jedi, and so he learns all these like crazy Force techniques that the Jedi never knew.
Oh.
So that was the period of time where I really liked his character.
Hmm.
But then, yeah, he becomes a Sith Lord after that.
Rip. I mean, what happened to Jaina? And should I I'm a little curious. Um, why I can program the
The droid
droid,
to crawl into the pool and self-destruct.
but you know what? The pool is now empty. The pool droid is without purpose. It's really the kindest thing to have the pool droid go down with the pool.
I feel like we need to be playing some sad music here. What?
Rip.
What was the point of that?
Well, I assumed it would give me XP because it usually does that for doing, like, spending those parts. Maybe.
Oh, so did he
Uh,
trigger those gas
yeah,
mines, maybe? And
that
now
must
you
have
could
been
get
it,
the
yeah.
loot? Yeah, yeah, okay.
Looks like we got a gun mod and more grenades. Cool.
Yeah, some good stuff there.
I guess that was the alternative to just having somebody with enough, with a high enough skill to deactivate them, the mines.
Oh, yeah, you probably could have just recovered them, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Right, it's the garage probably that I want to work towards. Rec room. Oh, that means. Uh, yeah. I guess I. I guess the garage with the part was actually right near where we came in. Because we came in up here. And looks like the garage is right around the corner here. Oh. Oh, right. But we came here and there were these turrets.
Right.
Oops. So I'm assuming I can deal with that here with the pass card. Turret's inactive.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Nice. I can talk to it. Never mind.
Yeah, this game does take a little while to get started. It does feel like it maybe shouldn't have been this many hours before you get to the Jedi stuff. Goes on for a little while. I think in the second one, uh, you might start off with some force powers.
Oh. Is it a direct sequel? Like the same. Like it's meant to be. You continue the story? Or is it
You're
standalone?
you're not the same character like you are in Mass Effect. You're a different character, but there's references back to this one, and there are some characters and things from this one that show up in the second one.
I'm pretty much out of repair parts, so. Ooh. Patrol droid over there. Let's shoot it.
That hurt, I bet.
I mean, I don't think droids feel pain, do they?
No. Well, except for in
That
Return of the Jedi in Jabba's palace, that one that they had upside down and were like branding his feet and he was screaming. Do you remember that?
I do not remember that.
They were like turning him upside down and like putting hot coals on his feet and he was just screaming.
Okay.
It was very weird.
I've got, you know, I've got opinions about how sci-fi settings, handle any kind of artificial. Ooh, gotta get that heal from the level up. How sci-fi settings handle artificial life forms. I just feel like usually they try to make them be like people and like as like basically just like regular people as close as possible instead of exploring what it would actually be like to have something that literally doesn't feel pain or emotions, and what would that actually look like? Like, you're watching Voyager now, Star Trek Voyager. The holographic doctor, they basically just treat like he just starts, he just has a real personality and real emotions, and
Yeah.
it kind of bugs me because like he totally wouldn't. That's not how holograms work.
Well, I suppose they've programmed him to act like he has a personality.
Right. I mean, but it's all simulated.
Right.
but they I don't know. At,
I
there was
mean, Data doesn't really, though.
uh yeah, I mean, Data's unique, I guess. I might as well try to get better at yeah, better at security.
Man, that Next Generation episode where they have that courtroom uh, type case to decide if Data is Starfleet's property or not, like, that's
Mhm.
an amazing one.
Yeah. But there was one show called Dark Matter that actually did it really well, I thought. Because they have an
I've
android
seen some of
character.
that.
They have an android character that they actually consistently, like, they follow the rules of their own universe and their own setting, and I feel like that's rare. And with the holographic doctor on Voyager, and like a lot of times with like artificial personalities and stuff like that, I feel like they don't follow their own rules. Um, I just got
Yeah.
sneak attack 4. I didn't think stuff went up to 4. It goes on to another row though.
Well, you haven't even been using sneak attack or stealth at all.
I know I should really start doing that.
Yeah, you sort of like chose a rogue class here and you just haven't been playing it as a
Yeah,
rogue class.
I think it's because I assume that once it enters combat mode, or maybe I'm right. Like, when you enter combat mode, can't you no longer? Oh, maybe what I'm supposed to do is just because it pauses the game because I saw an enemy, that doesn't mean I'm in combat yet. And I think that's what I was assuming is, I saw an
Right.
enemy, now I'm in combat.
Yeah. Sometimes
But
that means the enemy has seen you also, but often that's not the case.
yeah, so when that happens, I just need to remember, like, okay, unpause it and go into stealth so I can get the
Yeah.
sneak attack off.
Assuming you want to do that all the time. I mean,
Yes?
that's not really how I like to play the game, so I never made a
I mean,
scoundrel. But
yeah, I mean, it feels like I'm giving up a lot of damage by not doing it.
yeah.
What?
Hmm. Still no sign of a better blaster than what I already have. What is that way? I don't know. Well, before I leave, though, I mean, should I investigate these bikes? I don't actually know where the part I need is.
Right.
Okay, the bike. I can't just rip it off the bike, I guess. Um, so let's see what's through here. Nothing. That is the way to the loading dock. So I guess we will go down this way first. But yeah, Dark Matter did it really well because the android character, like, she knew she was an android, and everyone else knew she was an android, and nobody like tried to pretend otherwise.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like they consistently explored that character along, like from that premise, and it was good. And
Sure.
actually, my favorite Star Trek series is Deep Space Nine, and that also has a holographic character, but they actually did it way better than they did the Voyager Doctor because, again, they kept it consistent. Like, he knew what he was, and it stayed consistent to the premise of, like, what he was. I better save, because I
Yeah,
haven't.
I'm not sure why they would have programmed the Doctor hologram in Voyager to just be a grumpy, perpetually annoyed. Like, why not
Oh,
just
oh,
why
he
not make
gets
him
worse.
calming and soothing?
He gets he gets worse and more annoying as the seasons go on. I'm throwing a grenade in there because there's three of them bunched up.
I'm not sure if you ever saw it, but that actor played a leprechaun on Supernatural.
Okay, like right now, surely I'm already in combat,
Oh
so
yeah,
that's not gonna matter.
I think so. I think you are in combat.
I love their death groan.
Ooh, what were they doing in that room?
Having a conference. Three advanced and three regular. Mm,
What?
I'm just constantly starved for med packs.
What?
Special pass. Okay, gotta find another pass. What about this door? No. Okay. I guess we go back this way. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta try to remember. If it looks like I spotted an enemy and they didn't see me yet, get that sneak attack damage. I mean, I did a D&D campaign once as a rogue, and his finest hour was some big like troll or something, just some large type enemy walked through a doorway, and I was waiting like by the doorway for it to walk past, and then I sneak attacked it from the back after it walked past. Oops. And I one-shot it with one sneak attack. And that was when
Oh,
I came
nice.
to appreciate the power of sneak attack. Oh, nice, there's a workbench in here. I might as well see about that. Oh, I guess this is the only thing I can upgrade. So I might as well give him that trigger. It widens the critical window. Triples it, actually. No, not triples. 19 to 20 down to 70 to 20, though, is pretty good. Assemble. Cool. I don't think I have anything else to put here. Oh, I could put something on Mission's Vibroblade. What is that even doing? Attack bonus? Is that... I'm not even seeing what it's changing. It says special properties attack bonus 1, but it says that either way. So I don't know if that means that's what that item does. I don't know. I'm going to assume that that's doing... Oh yeah, attack modifiers 2 now. So I guess it was that. Cool. Still looking for that special pass though. And that's everything over here, so I must have missed somebody back. Maybe I go to the loading bay first, that other way. Loading dock, yeah.
No problem. Didn't
No
work.
problem. It's impossible. Okay. Problem then. I have 3 unopenable doors, which means I missed something in here. Was there a body that I didn't loot somewhere that had a card on it?
Very possible.
Hmm. Sounded like one of those, what's it called, droids.
Probe droids.
Did I come this way already? Oh, no, I haven't gone this way yet. Standard door. Ooh. Never mind. Yeah, see, I just feel like
Sure.
it's usually too late.
Well, when you open the door to the room that they're in, yeah. But if you spot them like way down the hallway in the
Yeah,
distance,
yeah. I guess it's fair enough that I can't just open one of these giant ass hydraulic doors right in front of somebody that's in the room and expect them to not notice it.
yeah.
Oh, the garage head probably. Oh, but first I better overload this panel. Um, actually, I should save. Anyway, I'm sure the garage head has, oh. No more new saves. That's interesting. I guess the game allocates a certain amount of space for saves, because I know I have more than 1.4 megabytes of free space on the drive that it's on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm literally trying to overwrite an existing game.
Maybe just delete some of the older ones.
Yeah, there's so many here. I don't need all these. Delete. I'll just overwrite this one. Okay.
Boy, the Switch is not a great piece of hardware.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's right. I'm not even playing on a PC because we tried that and it didn't work. I'm playing on a Switch.
Yes, you are.
System commands. Do I really need a map? Maybe it'll give me XP. Or maybe I can just open those doors. And what the hell? I still have spikes. I'll get a map too. 105 XP. And then... Oh, nice. Pazak cards. And a key card.
Key card.
Just in case I don't want to spend spikes, I guess.
Well, at least one of those doors said you needed a pass, so I'm not sure that it would have opened from the computer there.
Oh, Well, I wonder what security doors would have referred to then. Oh, oh, they're on to me. That is what I'm here to do.
They knew exactly what you were here for.
Reshik stole that engine from Gadden. It was never yours to begin with.
Hey, it's Matrick again.
Yeah, he gets around.
Wanna chick young? Wanna vota con titariti? Chichinto
Candon.
Coca-Cola ya me jua. Na na.
Okay, yep, we're not hidden Becks. We're just working for them. Enough yapping. Yeah, I mean, technically, no, I'm not. I'm sure you could.
Particularly because we just killed all of your gang.
Now that I've massacred, you know, most of them. Seems like a very dark side choice.
Yeah.
So instead, I'll do the light side choice and kill him. Most unfortunate. Now I can kill you. This sounds like a great opportunity for... What's the difference between concussion and sonic?
That I'm not sure.
Wonder what plasma grenades do. I'm going to concuss them, and then... Oop. And then plasma them. And then frag them. Sorry, mission. You got in the way. Heal. Heal.
Sure.
Have some more frags. That's more like it. I think he's got a minion still alive behind him. Why won't you die? Have one more frag. That was a satisfying death scream. Okay, well, I was just trying to throw every kind of grenade I could. So I didn't actually notice... what the difference was between the sonic or the concussion or what the plasma grenade did. But it seemed to cause a lot of mayhem and kill 2 of them and mission. So I guess something good happened. Another hair trigger, something called a response package, a better energy shield. I wonder what a Verpine headband is. Mines. Okay, better save. And then... Okay, game 8 is the one I'm actually saving. What's this? So I'm using this will +2 thing, or I have an awareness +2, or will +3 and awareness +2. Wow. I think I'll wear the objectively best one. And then she can have awareness? Sure. And the Sith energy shield deflects energy and sonic and electrical for 30 points. I haven't really been using these. Maybe I should start giving these people some shields. She can have shields. I'll put on some shields. And you can have a shield. I guess that doesn't count as clothing, so he's allowed to wear it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah?
Really need healing. I'm down to 1 advanced med pack and 2 regulars. So that's not great. Get this mine. Wonder what it was doing just sitting at the end of the room here. Oh, because that's the accelerator right there.
Yes?
We got it. Mission accomplished. Cool. So now, where do we take this? Back to Gaddon. So I guess he was the guy up in the lower city at the Beck base.
I think so.
Nice. Then we just have to win a swoop bike race. I do remember way back, aside from like the first Star Wars game I ever played, which was X-Wing, there was this other one. I want to say it was called Rebel Assault.
Yep. Yeah, there was Rebel
It
Assault
was,
and Rebel Assault 2.
if it's the one I'm thinking of, um, it was a super old-timey, like almost like an arcade game. In fact, I
Yep.
think there was an arcade version of it in arcades. Um, I think. Anyway, it was like an arcade game where like there was a Hoth level where you were piloting a snow speeder through some snow caves, and I think there was a part where you were attacking an AT-AT with it. And
Well, that might have been the first one then, because I never played the first one, but I had the second one. All of the graphics were like from real footage, and it was like footage that they had filmed of real actors in costumes and stuff.
oh,
And the cutscenes were all like that also, which at the time was really cool because it was like, oh,
hmm,
this is like a Star Wars movie.
yeah. But I remember like maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of because it was like it was reenacting the movies. I think.
Mm,
Um, Mission fell
yeah,
behind again.
I didn't play the first one, but the second one, you were uh, like a rookie pilot that crash landed on this planet. But yeah, each level was kind of different. Like there were ones where you were in cover and you had to shoot stormtroopers, and there were ones where you were flying through
Hmm.
asteroid fields. Uh, it,
Yeah.
it was like each mission was like a completely different style of gameplay almost.
Hmm.
But the whole thing was this story of this guy
Okay.
kind of escaping from the planet and doing all this stuff.
It's been so long, I might not be thinking of the correct game, um, but it was very rudimentary controls because
Hmm.
it was a very old game.
Well, you might be thinking of the first one. Like I said, I never played
Hmm.
that one.
And so I don't remember what year that was, but I think it was probably even earlier than this game. because the graphics
Oh
in
yeah.
this game are definitely way better than what I remember. Anyway, if I can get past that, if I can pilot a snowspeeder through the caves of Hoth um, on like a 1995 game, then,
Right.
in fact, if I remember correctly, the only controls there really um, were you would come to an intersection and you'd have to choose the left or right path or the middle path.
Hmm.
And that's really all it was, is you would like swing the joystick to the left or the right. And the controls were so janky that half the time it didn't work anyway.
Yeah, there were some difficult levels in Rebel Assault 2. There was one where you were piloting like the Millennium Falcon through some tunnels, and you
Hmm.
were using the mouse, so it wasn't just like you were pushing left or right, but
Yeah.
there was some
Good
turns
return.
especially
You have the
where it was
prototype
very
swoop
hard
engine
not to
accelerator
just
with you?
crash, and then you had to start over if you crashed.
Yeah.
I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike.
Alright.
Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hidden Beck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it. Without it, you
I'm
won't
not
stand a
sure.
chance.
Gadden, you can't be serious. We need one of our best riders on that bike. We can't let some rookie take the prototype engine into the race.
Rude. But don't worry about it.
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting
Oh.
you take the prototype engine.
Thanks.
The accelerator isn't stable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my
No
own
worries.
riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me.
Sounds like you've got your bases covered. Not to worry, I have experience getting blown up.
You don't get to be leader of a swoop gang if you don't know how to work all the angles. You can stay
Let's
here
do it.
tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts.
Oh, great.
You have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
Not only have you never done this before, but you're not allowed to practice.
You've never driven a race car before, but you look like you could. So try it first thing during the race tomorrow.
Looks easy. Stability won't be a problem. Never done this before. Do I want him to go over the basics of handling a swoop bike or YOLO this?
Up to you.
Listen, I have never lost a swoop bike race in my entire life. So let's get to the racing. Okay, fastest time wins. Okay, so it's one at a time. Fastest time wins.
Yeah.
Okay. No more than 4 or 5 attempts, okay. So Gadden put his gang's entire reputation and probably its whole existence on the line with somebody who has never gotten onto a swoop bike before. But I'm ready. Don't worry about exploding. Got it. Hey Doba, you here for the swoop bike race? Yeah, well, I've never lost. Oh, this must be sacred ground. They're not allowed to just shoot each other here. The Vulkars and the Becks. Alright. Oh, is that her? That's the prize for winning the race?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll show the Vulkars a thing or two. Try not to get killed. You've only lost one rider today. Alright. What happened to them? Hit some debris, yeah. That's how they always get you, is the hitting debris. Most people don't realize this, but you should not hit debris. Let's go. Yep, there she is. We finally set eyes on Bastila. Press A to accelerate. Use left stick to avoid obstacles. That seems simple enough. YOLO?
Yeah, I think there will be like these accelerator pads that you want to try and go over, and every time the arrow hit A, hit A. See that thing at the bottom?
Oops. Oops.
Remember that debris you don't want to hit? Hit A. Now this
I'm
is
going
pod
faster.
racing.
Faster, faster. Wow, that was it? It's over?
Yep.
Damn, that wasn't fast enough. Oh, apparently it
You
was.
did it.
This is amazing.
You just beat racers who've been doing this for 20 years.
Well, they all sucked.
Yeah, they do. It was literally just going in a straight line.
Wait a second, look at the board. Oh, this asshole just beat my time. I gotta go again. You.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bastila could escape anytime she wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all part of her master plan. Okay, now what's the new time? I was a little over 30 seconds there, I think. That's gotta be like hundredths of a second faster than me. Alright, let's go. I'm just gonna not crash into debris this time and also hit A at the correct time. That's where I got it wrong last time, was I didn't do either of those things.
Yeah.
Nice and gentle, smooth, nice and easy.
Yeah, it's probably better to miss one of the pads than it is to hit the debris, so
24 seconds, a little better.
yeah.
Only cut 20% off my first time. I did it! Nobody's going to beat that time. Nice. Best riders this track has ever seen. And I brought great glory to the Hidden Bet gang. And Bregic is presenting the prize?
Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know. The winning rider cheated.
You dick. You're a damn liar.
Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair
The one you were
advantage.
trying to use.
Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulkar's share of the victory prize.
Looks like Bregic has to die.
You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me.
This
I am the
asshole.
wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Bregic.
Here she is. Of course.
What? were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brejik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this
Hell
woman!
yeah.
Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
And we're off. That escalated quickly. Yeah, actually Brejik's voice actor sounds familiar too, to be honest, but I couldn't tell you who it is. Oh. Doba was a Vulcar, though. Wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was, but he's not hostile. Must be because I charmed him with my personality. Okay, who do we gotta take out first? I'm pretty sure this guy, for daring to beat my first time, needs to go down first. I don't have a party with me this time, though, so that's not good. Oh. What is... Does this mean I have to activate the energy shield while I'm in combat? Like, it's not automatically active until I do this?
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's a consumable, I think.
Yeah.
So there's only a certain number of...
That makes sense. Down you go. And he had a double-bladed lightsaber on him.
That's Bastila's.
Awesome. Hey, where you been keeping yourself?
Well, maybe those bloody Vulcans will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Wait, I don't believe this. You're one of the soldiers with the Republic fleet, aren't you? Yes, I'm sure.
Very insightful.
How did you end up racing for these swoop gangs?
It's a long story. Oh, that's one of the options. I own you now.
Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. In case you had
How? You're
Rude.
free? What? How is this a poor example? It worked.
To say that I saved you. Brejik and his Vulcans would have left you for dead if I hadn't stepped into that fight. You're lucky I was here to get you out of this mess.
We killed a Rancor. I think we could have killed that guy.
Anyway.
I forgot that Bastila kind of has this attitude, especially at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we can argue about this later. Karth is waiting.
Karth is alive. Finally, some good news.
And what am I, chopped liver?
Yes.
He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Maybe I misjudged you. Karth wouldn't have sent you if he wasn't confident in your abilities. Forgive me. Despite my Jedi training, I still
Didn't
tend to act as a
Karth
rash
reveal
response.
earlier that
Please take
I
me
was
to
only
Karth
on that ship because
Through the
Bastila
progress,
wanted
I'm
me
sure we
there
can figure
to be
out
on her
some way
crew?
to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
Or somebody wanted...
Yeah.
Oh.
You cannot win, Revan.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Probably a good thumbnail there of all the Jedi facing Revan.
Hopefully my face isn't in the way.
Bastila, you're alive. Finally, things are
Jonas,
looking up.
it's you.
Now I just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time?
Exactly.
Looking
He's
for
been...
you. Like,
No, well, I've been looking for her. Karth has
Well,
been
that's
hanging
true.
out in the apartment.
yeah, I wonder how she would have reacted if Karth had been with you when we rescued her down there.
Well, they took all my party members away anyway for that little encounter.
Oh, that's right. I'm already sick of your attitude, Bastila.
We'll figure something out.
I see. Now that I'm back in charge of this mission, perhaps we can start doing things properly. Hopefully our escape from Terrace will go more smoothly than when you rescued me from Brezhik.
I know you're new at this, Bastila,
That
but a
went
leader
great.
doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war.
Okay,
and it will
noted.
serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat.
Yeah,
than
tell her,
she
Karth.
Of course, he is being, like, oddly adversarial with somebody who is his commanding officer. I'm surprised he's going that far. You'd think he'd be
Yeah,
like...
I'm kind of impressed, actually. I figured he'd be worshiping the ground she walks on.
But she's not, like, brand new to leadership, is it? Like, she was already the one leading that mission, right? And hadn't she already, like, won a bunch of battles with her battle meditation stuff? I don't know. You people need to stop arguing.
Yes, you're right, of course. I apologize, Karth.
There's only 3 of us left anyway.
Of course, I'm happy
So-
to listen to your advice. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Volkers, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith.
Alright, then let's find a way off this
I
planet.
think we'll need some help getting off Terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas. Is
Maybe we
something
can-
wrong? You seem
Oh.
as if something's troubling you.
Oh, yeah. Had a couple of visions about you.
A vision? A vision of what?
Yeah, you were fighting a Dark Jedi.
It's strange. Such visions are often a sign of Force sensitivity.
I am shocked. This is such a twist that I never saw coming.
Surprised Pikachu face.
I'm not sure. It may be that you have some connection to the Force.
But I'm glad to see it actually happening so we can start doing
When I
Force
first
stuff.
met, your natural talent may have fed off my own Force abilities. It is possible that in the excitement of the battle's aftermath, the Force allowed you to witness one of my more intense memories.
The memory of facing Riven and having the battle be cancelled by the ship blowing up or whatever that was. Sounds like you don't know what you're talking about.
The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Terrace, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all
If there
stay
is
focused on the
any.
task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Terrace.
Yes, we do. Maybe we can find a smuggler in the cantina who can do the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
Alright, we finally got her back. Bastila. And we finally got some Force sensitivity starting to show up. I mean, it showed up a long time ago, but now it's being, like, recognized and explored a little bit. So hopefully very soon we'll be able
Yeah.
to start doing that kind of thing.
The real game
And,
is about to start.
Be elevated from a lowly but lovable smuggler, scoundrel, to a lovable scoundrel who can use the Force. Next time, looks like we're going to find a way off Terrace. Checking around the cantinas, we know where those are anyway. This fancy droid that I'm supposed to be able to get eventually. I mean, I assume before we leave Terrace, we got to do something about that, but it still says there's nothing we can do about it for now.
Yeah.
One of the party window things, the silhouette is droid shaped, so I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get him. So we'll see what we can do next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.